But not before he works it past the 50. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Check. 36 power. Check. Hot. Hey, look.
From the 39, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
58, right over there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Lockett. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's see what you got. Run it.
Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check tight.
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
Deeper.
58, come on. 58, come on. Watch the flag. Motion, punt.
Still got 4 down.
Hold. And 58 is the mic. Go 58.
Go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 180. Mike 5-4. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All 52. Stop.
Throwing now is Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way.
Hey, what? 319.
54. Mike, 54.
5 wide. Gun. 80 weapon.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On second down, Freeman. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 16, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Check right. Got it.
On first down, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Mike 58 right there.
To throw on second and 6. Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Allen from the gun on third down. Escaping. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Oh, yeah!
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Touchdown, Seattle. Officially 91 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come on, let's go. Pass.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
From the gun, it's Drake. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 12.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
Bang out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Move the team.
58, come on.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Here we go.
And 58 is the mic. Check down.
On third down, Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Cardinals. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He lost the football, but I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there, 54 Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I know
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, Re 19!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Stay with your man.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Whoa! Let's get it.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Allen looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check, check. Fresno.
Pass 85, pass 85.
54.
Topper!
They run. Devontae Freeman. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Go. Go.
56, 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I'm coming after you. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check 15. Good job right there.
Now Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
58, boys, 58.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna...
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 53, Mike. Come on, boy. Come on.
61. Match box. Mike.
Don't be scared. Check.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Wilson. And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle. Really good tackle.
Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They run for it with Carson. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand.
I got it. Tight end left.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. I don't know that you've got a wealth of options here now. 3rd down from your 2.
The question is, how much confidence do you actually have in various aspects of your team? In your defense, in case things go wrong. In your quarterback to take care of the football. Your offensive line to protect it. If you're feeling pretty confident about all of those things, you might take a shot right here.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And big problems there. They'll say this crossed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. He'll rifle this one, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bruce Irvin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I got it.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to say inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Sorry. Crash.
Wilson wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. There's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught, block it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, guys, listen.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
58, come on. Here we go. 58, come on.
On 4th down, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Go, 14.
Big Ed. Say.
Hey.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Now second and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
14, got it.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming after you.
Check.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got, Heavy?
Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.